When a mystery billionaire gives her an irresistible offer, her life is devoured by dragonfire. She's a PhD graduate, bartending to make rent. He's a ridiculously hot billionaire dragon from another realm, haunted by a mysterious darkness. When he purchases her a priceless artifact with an offer to work for him, she knows his offer will change her life. But his world holds dangerous secrets, a passionate adventure that will bind her close to him if she accepts, and bind her to more hot dragons than she can handle, as her own dire magic opens at last. An Amazon best-selling series in paranormal romance and fantasy romance with over 10 million pages read, The Royal Dragon Shifters of Morocco is a spicy, slow-burn, reverse-harem dragon shifter paranormal fantasy romance with HFN endings, perfect for fans of KF Breen, Charlene Hartnady, Ruby Dixon, Renee Rose, Ava Mason, and the Dragon Kings. For the best experience, the book should be read in sequence. I actually read the first 3 books in this series because I was given the box set, and if you give me a box set, I'm gonna read it. It's like handing you a box of chocolates and saying just eat one. It's not gonna happen. Anyways, so I read the first 3 books in this series, and I shall try to only talk about the first book because this is not a series that you need to read out of order. This is definitely one that goes in order, and it is fascinating. Okay. Most paranormal romance that I've read has, more of the focus is on the romantic pieces of the story than the overarching fantasy, and I think that this book actually does an impressive job of making the fantasy and the main character Layla's journey the primary focus of this book and this story and this series. And the romance is definitely important, but it's more important as a, I don't know how to describe this, as a means of Layla discovering her powers and becoming initiated into this world. And okay, how do I explain this? The romance is absolutely not a subplot, but it doesn't feel like the whole point of this book is for the main character to fall in love. She is absolutely on a journey of self-discovery and figuring out this magical realm and her place in it, and it's not so much about the the only purpose for this book is to talk about love. It's not. This book is a whole lot more than that. And that was a very long-winded and poorly structured explanation to say that it is a fascinating read, and I enjoyed it a whole lot. So this book follows Layla Price as she is learning that she's got magic, basically. She goes and works for the Red Letter Hotel in a parallel realm that is full of magic and legends and different creatures and intrigue and politics, all to do with different power and different history and whatnot. And it's, wow, intricate. I have never seen so much in the way of like politics and intrigue that goes in a romance novel, and it's absolutely fascinating. But then you have to understand there's also the bit about the whole romance bit. This is not a clean romance. It is sensual and sexy, and there's a whole lot of that sort of thing, the decadence and the temptation and whatnot going on, and I did enjoy it quite well. As far as the characters go, wow. I think because this series as a whole actually is so intricate and involved and explores so much in the way of this realm, that the initial complexities you see in these characters works spectacularly well. At first blush, they seem a little bit too involved for your standard romance novel, but I mean, you learn within probably the first 30 pages of this book that it's not a standard romance novel. It's so much more than that. And these characters are perfectly complex and they're well developed and they have different motives and reasons for doing things, and it's just fascinating. And the way that Layla interacts with these characters and grows and learns more about them, I think that works really well for creating the future intrigue in the more books and figuring out what's going on, and character development in general I think just works really well. It's very nice and I like it, and yeah. I think if I have a critique for this novel, actually I don't really have one. I don't normally read reverse harem stories simply because it's not usually my favorite genre, but I think this one works really well in making it feel more natural and less, you know, oh, we're just breaking the bounds of society and whatnot. I feel like this actually, it works well, and it's not all about the sex, right? It's about more than that. It's really a good story. I don't really have any critiques for this novel. It works very well. I think the writing is done spectacularly. I did have a few swooning moments over some of the verbs used. I really love the verbs. The linguist in me and the writer in me is just like, be still my beating heart. I loved the verbs that were used in this novel. It just works so well, and the writing style is very smooth. It pulls you along. You don't have to work to read it. But the verbs, yeah, okay. Language nerd is having a good time. It's a thing. It's a thing. Anyways, yeah, that's all I've got for you this week. If you are interested in paranormal romance and looking for something maybe a bit more complex and whatnot, a bit more intriguing, this is definitely a good book, a good series to check out. I will say that it does get rather addicting. Each story ends with expectation that the next one is going to be more dramatic and whatnot, and it really is. I mean, wow. Yeah. Anyways, as usual, all the links are in the description box below. I shall leave them there. I shall also link the interview I did with the author a while back. There was something else that I was going to say, and I totally forgot what it was. I think, oh yes, tomorrow is the American Thanksgiving, so for all of you people out there who celebrate that holiday, have a good one, and if you don't celebrate that holiday, then I hope you have a good equivalent, although the Canadian Thanksgiving has already happened. That's a thing. And good luck with all of the future holiday endeavors. Have a fantastic day, go cause some trouble, eat some food, and I shall see you next time. Bye.